Nickel Ball into Snake 2. Keith DeVitt in Snake 2 for the Ironman. Kraft definitely looking like he wants to set the trap for Laval to come forward. That Impact knows Pat Kraft is there, so he set the trap. Impact, so patient though, often fall into these traps. Pat Kraft. Kyle Nicolau with that piercing voice from that Dorito corner, communicating. Nick Laval asking questions. He's saying, I think he's here. Nick Laval not one to just go blindly forward. He wants to know the situation, backing up. Rainey getting creative out of that back center and popping the top when he's not feeling much pressure, and then as soon as he does, tucks in nicely. Should be able to potentially get the shot in on no. Looks like Pat Kraft Jr. able to make it alive on the tactical retreat. Still 3-on-3 here with great field position for the Ironman. Yeah, Ironman developing nicely. Good job by Kyle Nicolau as Kraft was retreating to take some ground forward. And Kyle dying out of his position. Keith DeVitt dying out of his position, out of that Snake 3 to that Snake 3. Nick Laval gets shot down the sideline by Kyle. So 2-on-2 situation. Rainey Stanzak kind of in a tough spot. Wow, but somehow shoots Nicolau over the top. Rainey Stanzak is so good in the scramble. Another tactical retreat. Trying to make something happen here in this 1-on-2 situation. Can't do it though. As that side blown open by Tyler Emilio. Correct. So the combo of Tyler and Rainey getting it done here for Impact in a close blow-for-blow battle. Yeah, the key to that point right there was Nick Laval not falling, not taking the bait that Pat Kraft had laid out for him there, asking the question, comes forward, Kraft having to retreat, then it goes blow for blow, but Impact just too good in the scramble. Yeah, it was good on the movement, and then Impact just gets the better of him. Ready to react from Rainey Stanzak, Tyler Emilio. Tie ball game here, then Legion in San Antonio, X Factor on the blue side, Legion on the red side. Jameson Stanton, the Tiger King, and that Rodriguez. Big bite on the D side, top side here for Legion. Goes out and around the back corner bunker, gets into D2 and stays alive, but also on that break, Colton move as well too, sitting at D2 looking inside. Huge point right here. Jameson Stanton dying out of the back center, just playing too sloppy out there late into that point. Archie eats him from the Snake 1, so 3-on-2 advantage X Factor in this tie game. Archie eating another now, getting nice and warmed up into that Dorito side. Make that a quick 3-pack. Archie Montemayor looking sharp as ever for San Antonio X Factor. 2-pack to close here for Montemayor. Going to give his team a slight 1-point lead with the 40 to go. Archie always locked in. That is a man who practices mindfulness seriously. No moment too big for him. The spirit shines brightly in Mr. Montemayor. Impact with a sizable 3-point lead over the Ironman. Going to send out Brandon Cornell, Tyler Harmon, and JC, Justin Cornell. Frank on the Ironman. Pat Kraft wearing the jersey of his fallen teammate, Jerry Caro. Number 4, rest in peace, Jerry. You will be badly missed here. And Pat Kraft taking the ground, up the middle again. Oh, they need points. Still 3:16 to go. Clock in around a minute. Point. Very doable here in this 3-man competition. Frank thinking about it. Fighting from the South Electronics cam with Brandon Cornell trying to get across into the Snake. Can't do it yet, though. Kraft now going back into that wedge. Backed up by Frank onto Tommaso. Impact content to roll their guns up 3 with just 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Brandon Cornell, though, gets shot. Not sure if that was Frank or Pat Kraft who shot him, but regardless, they own this side of the field now. I think it was Pat. Pat made the move back across to the wedge. Wrapped around Brandon, didn't know he was there. And then here's a big move back field and makes it alive for JC, but kind of a hard hit, had to get the gun up and running again. 2 on 3 in favor of the Ironman.
Henry Sense taking a big bite into that wedge, though, as JC retreated. Frank Tommaso on the island now as Pat Craft has gone up the middle. JC going to walk off, so it's just Tyler Harmon. Frank Tommaso dots his eye. So now the Ironman with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left going to cut the lead to 2. Huge point there. Nicely done by Pat Craft Jr. wearing the Jerry Caro jersey in honor of his teammate and playing really well up the middle there for the Ironman.
Yeah, get creative. Love that move across to the wedge. JC's move back. Might have done something to his gun on the dive to stay alive for that, to get back in that same one position. Kind of messing with his gun, trying to get it up and running.
You don't often see a backwards Superman dive like that.
Over a beat. And then Henry got a good read on it, too.
Yeah. I think Henry saw JC's feet facing him and thought, well, I can definitely take a bite right now.
Yeah.
So now X Factor up 1 against Red Legion. Looks like Smotrov, or is that Karslev in the middle for them? Smotrov, or no headgear, against Billy Bernaccia, TJ Danner, and Meter. Smotrov looked like he might have taken a bounce there. Red Legion developing nicely. They're in the Snake Dorito, the 50, or the center brick, and now Dorito 3 is Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez in a good spot. Smotrov passes right at the 50-yard line here. They're going to get the shot in on Billy Bernaccia, but Billy comes off saying, where did I get hit? Arguing with the referee. Forces TJ Danner to get across to the South Electronics cannon. He does alive as Vasquez, with a minute left to go, they peel off Danner, leaving just one body, Meter Ninos, and he's going to get diced up crossfield by Vasquez. Now we got ourselves another tie game with about 50, maybe 47 by the time he hits that buzzer.
Back and forth battle here. Really great for the Red Legion, resting their vets, not seeing any Barytnikov. He's not even in gear. Sergei Sholnyskov, I believe he had knee surgery, Maddie. I heard Sergei might be down at this one. And then saving Kirill Prindy's legs as well.
I think that's smart. They have a deep roster. This is a really good tournament for the guys that don't get a ton of spins. I mean, those guys train a lot. They play a lot of paintball. Let's get them some real tournament pressure, playing for some money against these top teams, and see how they do.
Yeah, tournament reps are just such a valuable asset for the young talent. It's different on the nice bunkers with refs and cameras and eyeballs on you. Some guys, practice heroes, don't know how to handle the pressure out here, so love to see that for the Red Legion camp.
Well, that was kind of the question heading into this three-man championship, is who is going to be actually suited up and playing on some of these. You see the Tauntauns resting some of their vets and Red Legion doing the same. I think that's smart if you're deep.
Yeah, and if your guys are old, you know, like
yeah.
It's going to be 93 degrees on Sunday. If you're here to win the tournament and you got one of your best players is 38 years old, you don't want to burn him out on Thursday.
100%.
Henry Sense, Frank Tommaso, Pat Craft Jr. spinning for the Ironman, down 2 with 2 minutes left to go. This one is far from over, and they're looking at Zach Yakimek, Dalton Vanderbilt, and Tyler Harmon for Edmonton Impact.
Need to just a tie with 2 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. But the Ironman getting smoked, trying to make it up as Mike Urena just off to the races over here, feeling no pressure. He's a bully. He's a reckless attacker. He's refined his game, though, to play multiple spots.
Yeah, that was my mistake. I misread his headband at the start box. Mikey was running and continued running, shot Frank heads up, and I believe he shot Henry heads up, and I believe he shot Frank there at the end as well.
Yeah, beautiful point by Urena. Another one, he had a good one earlier, too.
1 minute.
So Urena looking dialed here in the winner's bracket. Starting to stack up the score here for Impact. So if this doesn't change, Impact will be moving on to play the winner of Fit or Houston Heat.
Now tie game, Red Legion, San Antonio X Factor, under a minute left to play. Huge point right here. No one scores. We're not in the quarterfinals yet, right? We're still in one-on-one zone here.
Yeah, still in one-on-one zones for next few, actually, here.
No overtime, so straight to one-on-ones. Still unsure if They'll qualify for a coin. I've kind of changed my mind on that. Winning a one.
No, you were going no earlier. Did my
Yeah.
argument sway you?
It
It wasn't really my argument. I stole it from one of the Aftermath guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you credit for changing my mind, but you did, man. You did.
It's Greeny from Aftermath.
He's a smart guy.
He's like, I don't know, it's pros out here. It's
Yeah,
for money.
it is.
I'm like,
It's true.
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
fighting pros for money, so
With refs, yeah. And now, tie game, 45 seconds left. Samotrov dying off the break. Matt Jackson getting the spin here.
yeah, and Kuzmin gets shot as well too. So the door opening here with 37 seconds left, try to steal this one. Might think about conceding it, and they do.
Yeah, Cody Bayless, Matt Jackson coming off the bench there, and they kill Samotrov and Kuzmin off the break. So,
An unfortunate barrel hit for Smotrov.
goodness gracious. That's how good these refs are, seeing barrel hits out here. I thought those didn't count, Matty.
I thought it was just a suggestion. Tuck in. Nope, they do. You get hit with a paintball anywhere on your equipment or your person,
20 seconds.
you are eliminated. But barrel hits and bottom of feet, always those were the ones we joke about.
Yeah, those tend to disappear before too long.
10 seconds.
Keith DeVitt, Pat Kraft Jr., and Kyle Nicolau down 3 here against Impact. Still with some time to go. They're going to have to go through Nick Laval, Tyler Panilio, and Rainey Stanzak. I think this is a big tournament for Rainey with the departure of Marcelo Margot from Impact. Keith DeVitt dying on the fill out, and now Kyle Nicolau dying, so looking not good here for the Ironmen now.
Yeah, Impact in a big 3-on-1. Ironman not conceding another point, so they're going to let this run with Pat Kraft Jr.
Yep, take this as their last little warm-up here. They're going to be going home in the 3-man tournament, but a fresh tournament starting tomorrow. Getting guys good reps on this field.
Tell you what, get this many reps on this field in a 3-on-3 situation, we better be real good if 3-on-3s come tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and 3-on-3s, these are the situations that often define tournaments. Those tight games, tight matches, low body, even body situations. The island drill, cross-field communication, all these things so important in the biggest moments. Of course, break shooting in the 5-on-5 is a critical factor, but the 3-on-3 in the big moment is often the difference between winning and losing a match.
So looks like they are going to concede a point. We will see another one with 41 seconds left on the clock, but Impact should be taking down the Ironman and moving on to, again, play the winner, PB Fit and Houston Heat.
Red Legion had that smart, quick concession after losing 2 bodies off the break in the last one against X Factor. They're down only 1 with, I believe, about 42 seconds left to go. Going to call timeout, I believe, as X Factor to get settled at the box.
Sure they got the right personnel out.
1 minute.
As a coach, calling lines in a 3-on-3 is a change from what you're normally working with.
Right. Looks like most of these teams are running pretty solid lines. Put one out there, have the next one ready to go.
Not really switching positions up too much.
Yeah.
Seems pretty standard. Guys that play the snake are typically playing the snake. Guys play a D side, starting on that Dorito side.
Yeah, with these inverted layouts too, you're playing on the same, if you're playing the same side of the field, you're playing with the same hand every time. Billy Bernaccia, on my Intel phone call with him, he was like, yeah, I don't hate playing him right-handed on the snake side the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Don't hate that.
It's an honest man right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
Some guys be like, I'm just as good
Yeah.
with my non-dominant hand. Like, are you though?
Are you a truth teller
Some guys
or a
aren't.
dreamer?
Some guys aren't.
Yeah.
Also depends on what
Guys
we're talking about. You're talking about gunfighting left-handed or running and gun.
Yeah,
Those
exactly.
are two completely
Yeah,
different things.
truly.
Or diving.
Diving is another one. Now, Red Legion got to have it here, running and shooting deep up that Doritos side.
Ooh, they put-
Might have taken a bounce.
That Johnson with the wheels. They put Johnson in. And then Johnson gets clipped. He had to push the issue, though. Running out of time. Just 24 seconds left. Smotroff alive, though, up the middle of the field. And he's going to get all the way to their side. He made the move just as TJ. And then they're going to trade no penalty assess. Leo shaking his head and begging for a penalty. Not going to get it from the ref as he got scalped by TJ. Good read and react from TJ. As time expires. Just 3 seconds left. Does look like Red Legion going to be packing their bags, getting ready for the big tournament starting tomorrow morning. And X Factor will move on.
TJ Danner, one of my favorite defensive players out here, so good at living. When I talked to Billy on the phone, he said, they've gotten frustrated from being unable to, with all those second places, unable to win. Most of the guys on that team have won tournaments, multiple tournaments, but not TJ Danner, and that's becoming something of a rallying. Let's win one for TJ. Who played for AC Dallas. He's been a great Texas baller for a long time, but that first pro win has eluded him so far.
Yeah, it's a paintball tragedy that as good as TJ is,
20 seconds.
that he does not have a win under his belt yet.
Yep.
Because he's been deep. God, how many second places does TJ have?
He's got to have a
Got
ton.
to have a half dozen at least.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
TJ bridesmaid Danner.
He's going to get mad at you for that one.
Now, Impact Ironman, this match is over. This is a running and shooting drill for these guys. Get one last look at the field if you're the Ironman.
And they took a pocket play, so. Oh, they do get a kill, though. Kill on Brandon Cornell.
Yeah, there you go.
3-on-2 here for the Ironman. As Frank's going to launch up the middle, jog all the way on to Impact side, untouched. And then Sense is going to launch towards the snake.
Just 10 seconds left here.
See if they can put a point on the board for Pride. They are going to get the kill on JC. It leaves just Tyler Harmon in the backfield as time expires. So
Big stop. No points.
that is going to do it here. Impact moving on. X Factor moving on here in the winner's bracket. Impact looking pretty good. Dominant win over the Ironman. Closer match. Red Legion taking on X Factor. But we got more battles coming at you here. 3-man championship, the NXL Midwest Open 2025, the third stop on the tour. Maddie Marshall with Mike Jeffrey. I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes.
Winning 3 in a row is absolutely insane. So few teams have done it. I believe we're the third pro team to have ever won 3 straight events.
I think the other teams hope that they can put as much work and time into it as we do. I wish them good luck in those situations, but I feel like we're going to be able to work harder than anybody else in the league. And as we've shown, we're going to continue to win tournaments.
Now with back-to-back wins, I feel like that's a stepping stone that we reached, and the goal is to keep winning. Try to win as many as possible, win a series. That's the next steps, and it's always trying to get better, trying to progress as owners, players, teammates, brothers, friends, everything we can. Just keep progressing in life, and that's the goal.
Yeah, next step is 3 in a row this season, 4 in a row altogether, and then we'll keep going from there. Next up is Ohio. So NXL Ohio, we're coming for you.
Back in action, Paintball Fit against Houston Heat out here in the Midwest Open 3-on-3 tournament. Both teams getting out alive here, Maddie.
In the winner's bracket here, Mike. Houston Heat on the blue side, BB Fit on the red side. Just watched Legion drop to X Factor, so they will drop down to the loser's bracket, and the Ironman also going to be dropping down there as well, too.
Paintball Fit. Even in the 3-on-3, they like shooting off the break, playing those back three bunkers, Maddie.
Well, it's gotten this deep so far, so.
Yeah, and I think they're just so confident as gun battlers, you know, and I think they think if you get 3 out alive, gunfight us. They're issuing a challenge to everyone they face.
It's like Jackson doing a little bit of a swab in his barrel there from the back center, keeping the comms up, though. So, yeah, these two teams just fighting out of the pocket right now.
Yeah, Trent Mason now filling out behind Johnson. They're going to double up that South Electronics can, then Johnson going underneath. Nice little coordinated position there. I know that's not a mistake, the way Paintball Fit communicates.
Yeah, worked out nicely. Gets Johnson up the field and in a good spot up in the snake, too. Got a body behind a Mason, dedicating his gun towards that snake side, the top side. There's snakes on both sides, but top side snake.
Ron Easy's on Jackson Frey and Chad George in the back three for Houston Heat.
And Jackson Frey slaughtering some paint out there, though. This is like at least the second time he's swabbed.
Might have caught a quarter.
Yeah, Dizon's
Topper.
The rest of the other bodies out there not having a problem, but
good comms there from Heat. They've been playing a lot of paintball out of Blast Camp. They picked up those 3 young studs from Blast Camp. Have a good, solid base of players in the Midwest now, not far from here in Indiana.
Johnson to the snake Rito. Snake reposition.
This is limited paint out here. Each player with only 4 pods. Johnson onto his last pod. We're hearing it get a little quiet out here. Trenton Mason now coming forward, getting close.
Yeah, so BB Fit, after both teams fighting out of that pocket for a while, Fit, first to attack. They do this really nicely. They've won 3 tournaments in a row. They're obviously amazing gunfighters, but the way they put it together on the fly works out really nice for them. Winning a gunfight over here against Dizon to make it a 3-on-2 is Jackson going to get out into Dizon's spot. A little bit better spread. Jackson going to run and gun, desperation run out and not able to do it. He gets chopped in half, and that's going to force a concession. And it's just Chad George, last player left alive for Houston Heat.
Man, the way Paintball Fit is playing lately, I don't care if it's 1-on-1s, 3-man, 5-man, 7-man. I don't know that they have 10 for a 10-man, but they just play with control. They stay connected. They win gunfights. Looking like Paintball Fit, regardless of the difference in format out here.
So confident right now. Dynasty playing Arsenal. Again here in the winner's bracket. Dynasty, the boys in blue. Most legendary team ever.
A long wait for Arsenal. I believe they beat the Tauntauns at like 8 a.m. this morning, but finally back out here against Dynasty. Blake Yarber running and shooting across into that wedge. And I think he might have killed Cody Mikowski out of the back center. So it's just Benny Carroll, Stephen O'Mara, and now Arturo coming forward. So it's all Dynasty in this one.
Yeah, beautiful move there by Arturo. Nice shot by Blake. And puts him in a high body situation right now. Arturo gets across. Just O'Mara. About to get dunked on here by Harrison Fry, and Harrison keeps his head on a swivel and catches him, and that is going to do it here for point number 1. The lead for Dynasty to start.
Yeah, nice job by Blake Yarber. I really like that play call by Mike Bianca, sending him forward and across with his gun up. Somehow they killed Cody, and then Arturo also falling up on the snake side. Just no containment by Arsenal, and a really nice forward progression by Dynasty early in that one.
Yeah, they got a great read on that early kill.
Yeah.
Arturo, as soon as he saw that back center drop, just immediately takes the big bite, gets that next kill. So Arsenal didn't have much time before it was a 1-on-3. See if PV keep it going here now. They're going to try to risk it or just go pocket again. Pocket's been working out nicely for them.
20 seconds.
Yeah, before we went on the air, I noticed they love just those back three here. Nothing exotic. Just going to get their bodies out alive, try to get a kill off the break, and then gun battle you to death. And that is their bread and butter.
So it's Chavez, Mason, and Johnson. Johnson getting another spin. So get some looks at Johnson. He's a one-on-one champion in the duel. We might have got caught, though, on this one, and he does. So early kill here for Houston Heat as Moorhead taking the field. And Moorhead's going to dip in, sees that kill, goes right into the snake. Former World Cup MVP Ryan Moorhead. Chavez is going to match, though, as he gets all the way into D1 untouched.
Ronnie Dizon, though, making a move up the Dorito side now for Heat. He's all the way into the Dorito 3, recognizing the body come off Trent Mason, though, getting into that snake. He's got Dizon in front of him. Here comes Chavez trying to get Moorhead. He gets picked up, so now it's just Trent Mason. Heat knows it. They call 31, 3-on-1. Trent Mason going to get shot by Moorhead. So nicely done by Houston Heat to put one right on the board and tie this one up.
Moorhead's going to hit the buzzer. Get checked out by the ref. Thumbs up. Point is good. Tie ball game.
Sam Monville, third body out there for Houston Heat.
30 seconds.
He and Pat McKenna, assistant coach for Heat, running their stats program. So some bright paintball minds on that Houston Heat camp.
20 seconds.
As we see,
looks like Kyle Berry, Schonauer, and Barrett for Dynasty. You see Weaver here for Arsenal with O'Mara.
And Caleb Abel.
Arsenal in the red and on the red side, Dynasty in the blue and on the blue side. Teams switching switching sides when points are won. On the breakout, pocketed up for both squads. There goes Barrett with a big bite though as he dips into the snake, and then looks like they're going to launch
Danny.
Yeah, Danny Schonauer up there as well too. Leave Kyle Berry on an island here on the D side.
Caleb Abel now coming forward for Arsenal. Barrett clearly player who likes to come forward. I thought Joe Barrett played great in the earlier matches for Dynasty. He's been a standout for them so far today in this three-man.
Yeah, great pickup this year. Came over from Infamous. She got cut from Infamous and has found a home with Dynasty, and immediately that move paid dividends for Dynasty. The finals appearance at the first event. Slightly better outside containment here for Arsenal. See if Barry can match. He does. Kyle Berry dips out, back corner bunker, D side, tactical retreat from Caleb Abel here for Arsenal. He gets back into the Snake 2 position.
Yeah, Caleb got a little spooked when Joe Barrett caught him looking for the move forward. So he comes back, asking a question to Stephen O'Mara. Is there still a Detroit? No is the answer. Kyle Berry snuck out to the corner and then into the Dorito 1 for Dynasty. Caleb probing, wants to come forward, but valuing his body in this 3-on-3. Elliot Weaver doesn't look like he's in a hurry to go up the Dorito side.
Yeah, it's still a close game here. A little bit under 5 to play. It's 3-on-3.
And just as I said that, Elliot Weaver actually launched in the Dorito 2. I like that move. So really evenly matched situation here. Both these teams with the snake presence and Dorito penetration. Stephen O'Mara in that back center is just making it difficult for Kyle Berry to come forward on the Dorito side. That allows Caleb this freedom to hop off the wire here. Caleb definitely wants to come forward. He's wary of Joe Barrett's gun. Joe Barrett playing on a swivel here. That cut forward that Caleb wants to take, he just can't really shoot Joe Barrett in to go forward.
Ooh, he gets in a gunfight with Joe. Joe does get dominance. Keeps his gun on that angle. Again, limited paint, so you can't just blaze 3 pods on a lane in this 3-man format.
That's a great point there, Maddie. Caleb can search for that move, and eventually Joe loading 2 pods on the ground right there, it's going to limit his ability to roll off.
Well, and as proactive as Caleb has been, it's forcing Joe has to look at this lane now. They have a lead to protect, and he might be squandering some paint. He's being smart about it though. Joe's not just relentlessly pumping paint through that zone, but I do see 2 empty pods. Is that 3, 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Speed. Only 4 pods out there for each man.
Joe's going to have a great piece in issue 3 of Great American Paintball talking about his style of play. He likes to bully players. He likes to carry 15 pods and dump paint all day long. Limited paint. forcing a different style of play, but he can do it all out here. That man plays a lot of paintball with a lot of passion. Caleb Abel now looking like he wants to get on the wrap and shoot his way forward. Kyle Berry now going forward. Stephen O'Mara had switched his gun, so didn't see it. Ooh, Caleb Abel exclaiming as he dodges the paint from Kyle Berry down the wire.
And the longer that this point runs, the more important it becomes. Looking at Caleb Abel here on your screen, as he's just been incredibly proactive in this snake structure. You still have O'Mara posted up, though, in the back center.
Yeah.
So I like this field position for Dynasty better, especially with this lead.
Totally.
Kyle Berry has to stay alive over here on the D side.
And it becomes harder to be a wrecking ball force with limited paint, right? It also becomes harder to defend a wrecking ball coming through when you only have half a hopper left, but definitely advantage Dynasty right now with a really good field spread, a 1-point lead, and an even body situation. Maddie, this feels like what we could see in 5-on-5 tomorrow as
I
well.
was thinking the same thing, Mike. Get out of my head. Yeah, no, this is a very Sunday-esque point. 3-on-3, a 1-point match, time ticking off the clock. Guys starting to get down to it on paint. No limited paint in the actual real battle going down tomorrow. But yes, this is a reminiscent of what we could see on Sunday.
So I'd like to see Steven get involved in the game here. Caleb clearly wants to go forward. If your Arsenal, there he goes, out into the South Electronics can. Eventually, you just got to decide where you're gonna force it. And Steven now looks like he wants to help Caleb side. He can fend for himself. But Caleb really, gripping the bounce shot. Might have gotten one in on Joe Barrett.
Oh, he's asking for a check, and he does. He shoots the bounce shot.
And Kyle Berry died as well, so it's just Danny Schoenauer. Arsenal in great position now in a 3-on-1 situation to tie this one. Caleb uncontested over here, taking another bite forward. Danny going to take the walk, so Arsenal with extreme patience, coordination, doing a wonderful job to win the 3-on-3 there, tie this one up.
Yeah, Mike got a little lucky, and also, you need skill and luck. But when you're ripping bounce shots, you really need one to arc in the proper angle, and it did at the right time. Well, as we hit the minute mark, it's going to be all tied up at 1.
I love that by Caleb Abel, too. Joe was really keyed up on that gap, and instead of just sending it and rolling the dice on a dive forward, thinks through what options do I have. He went hunting for 100 different shots there and then finds the bounce shot and connects on it.
And it almost forced Joe to, he was so proactive over here and playing so smart and methodical, but giving elements of aggression, that it forced Joe to come out of the whatever he wanted to do and react to what Caleb was doing. So Caleb's being proactive, Barrett and the rest of Dynasty being reactive, and it worked out great for Arsenal. Great job by Caleb Abel.
So now Houston Heat, paintball fit, tie game. Long way to go in this one. Cyrus Geringer getting a spin out here. Cyrus, Trent Mason, and Chavez. Both these teams content with the back 3 breakout. I think one of the dangers of paintball fit is they've been so good out here that they lure other teams into playing their style. Oh, Chavez, though, catching a minor penalty. We're not seeing many of those out here.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many penalties at all. Just a handful here in the games we've been watching, but let's give a big advantage currently to Houston Heat. Try to take a lead. They got a bit of position. Snake Rito.
Yeah, now Ronnie Dizon coming out wide. Cyrus trying to roll off on that player for Heat coming through the middle, playing both sides. Such a difficult spot here, and it's not going to be enough. Gives the thumbs up to Ronnie. Sam Monville coming through the middle there along with Ryan Moorhead. Houston Heat looking good with their new lineup, the new look Houston Heat.
Well, this is another one of those teams that, yeah, they play a lot of paintball, but with a big change in what had been a pretty solid core lineup for a long period of time. This 3-man's great for them.
Definitely. And now, quick turnaround here in this Dynasty Arsenal one. You play a huge long point like that, and then you got to spin and get right back out there. For Stephen O'Mara and Elliot Weaver, that's kind of a tough ask. Caleb Abel spinning as well. And they're looking at fresh legs.
Yeah.
Harrison Fry, Blake Yarber, and Arturo Andrade for Dynasty.
Yeah, some fresh bodies out here for Dynasty.
Just a minute left, Maddie. This is the point here. Of course, if no point is scored, we'll see one-on-ones, but
already went to one-on-ones for Dynasty early on, as Blake Yarber was triumphant to keep them in the winner's bracket. Arturo Andrade going to bully his way into the snake. Blake's going to join him. Gets to the South Electronics cam, so a double stack of bodies. here for Dynasty. A little bit better field position for them at 45 seconds.
Caleb Abel does go into the snake, but no one is looking at Arturo right now. Stephen O'Mara hopping inside, might have saw Artie make that move forward. Arturo just not getting any pressure. I think he's going to shoot
From that position, as we crack the 30-second mark, got to be careful cross field though.
Might have gotten saved by a timely gust of wind there as Caleb Abel picked up the inside 3-on-3 situation. Tie game, just 15 seconds left. Arturo's going to launch. He's going to shoot Elliott. Yarber follows up and he shoots O'Mara.
I think he's going to have enough time. He's going to hit the afterburners and get in there with 4 seconds left to go. Is Blake Yarber and Arturo Andrade going to seal up this win here for Dynasty in a close battle against Arsenal. Thumbs up from the ref. The point is good. Great job. Arturo just forcing the issue over here and Blake following up perfectly.
Yeah, just poorly done by Stephen O'Mara and Elliott Weaver there. Arturo Andrade, an aggressive player on the strong side of the field. They just go to sleep on him, let him onto their side of the field. I don't really know what the idea is there about how that's going to work. But
yeah, if I was the coach, if I was Chris Jansen right now, I know you used to coach this team last year, that's when I want to throw my clipboard. I'm like, guys, what do you think is going to happen here? Arturo's, we can't just let him run down the side.
Let's just not shoot at him.
Yeah, let's just look away.
Yeah.
With 15 seconds left.
Yeah. So Dynasty moving on. And meanwhile, Heat with the 1-point lead against Paintball Fit. Paintball Fit has won 3 straight 5-on-5 X-Ball tournaments, but trying to keep their run of dominance going here in 3-man. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Both teams getting out. All 3 bodies alive. Ryan Moorhead in that South Electronics can. Heads up against Jonathan Chavez.
Yeah, it looks like a slight 1-point lead. A little bit of a risk to get a body out wide, D-side, back corner here for Houston Heat. It just chilling in the pocket still. 2 minutes to work with. Try to tie the score. And this is the winner's bracket, so you lose this one here, you do live to fight another day. But you have to drop down to the loser's bracket.
Cyrus Geringer backing up off that can and shooting his way into the snake. Cyrus so good at playing those dead zones. He does it with a lot of comfort. Requires courage and good vision to make moves like that, Maddie. All the way into that snake Rito now.
Yeah, great move to get outside and up the field. And now going to launch, get to the 50-yard line wedge.
Trent Mason now sharking through the middle. Houston Heat up a point with 1:22. They look like they're in a hold play situation. Wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Moorhead tried to get in the snake, but
Moorhead's in the snake. He's in the snake too right now. It's perfect. Good job by Moorhead. Saw the movement up the field and across field with the staggered layout. So Moorhead, proper read. Got to load his second to last pod.
So this is what I've heard about this field, is that in lockdown situations like that, if you have someone outside wide in the snake, you can really hold it down. They do lose Sam Monville out of the back center, so 54 seconds left. Fit has their one-body advantage. They got Cyrus Geringer in that wedge, and Trenton Mason now looking like he wants to come through the middle.
Yeah, advantage, Fit. Can they do something with it? 40 seconds left to go. Good spread here with Dizon and Moorhead. For Heat, though,
Chavez now cruising up the Dorito side uncontested. Now he's got Dizon. Ryan and Dizon. Ryan Moorhead and Ronnie Dizon communicating cross field. Trenton Mason looks like he wants to launch. Just 20 seconds left.
Have to risk it here, though. Need to leave about, and there goes the risk from Mason, and Mason dumps on Moorhead. It's going to be a major assess. Chavez does not like the call, and that is going to stop it. It's going to be a swing point here for Houston Heat and PB Fit. With just 9 seconds left to go, going to be dropping down into the elimination bracket.
Yeah, great call by the ref there. Ronnie Dizon had the inside protection on Ryan Moorhead, shot Trenton Mason in the pack as he jumped over the beam. Mason still tries to put a ball on Moorhead, shooting Moorhead with a hit on him. That's a major penalty, Maddie, all day. Great job by Houston Heat, hanging tough.
Winners bracket looking like some top teams. Houston Heat going to be playing Impact, and Dynasty going to be playing X Factor.
Game time finished.
Play that 9 seconds. Looks like probably not. As you see the PB Fit hit. Cole Lookout coming back from a blown ACL. Looks like he's recovering nicely, though. Doesn't even have a cane right now, so that's good for the future for them. Unfortunately, we'll be dropping down into that elimination bracket. Just waiting to see if they burn off this clock. I don't see anyone getting ready to come out. I mean, they should burn it off. It's a 2-point spread. So that is going to do it here. Stick around, though. More action coming at you here from this 3-man championship. Midwest Open here 2025. I'm Matty Marshall with Mike Jeffrey. We'll be back.
No tag. No tag.
4-on-4 situation. Harris with that forward penetration in the middle. Now Stephen O'Mara coming forward. Now Stephen's going to get him clean. Nicely done.
O'Mara going headhunting on Harris Hussein is that he stays alive doing it. So great move by Stephen O'Mara.
Now he's going to come up here and shoot the can in the back right now. I'm not sure how the can's not dead, but big move right now. O'Mara got shot in the pack.
Yeah, he did kill Acevedo before that happened, and Arsenal going to clean up that last player off the Doritos side.
Hey, I heard him shooting his gun, so I blocked him out. Yeah. And begging him to come get me. Let's kill him on his move. Yeah. Who shot you, Elliot? Bang, bang. Bang. 287. Back center. Oh, wait, no, there's still another one. 200. 200. 200. Benny, me and you made the same mistake. We did not connect midpoint. I'm covering off the middle.
Yes, 2-on-4 situation. NYX. Oh, that's a major. He's going to shoot him. That's a major.
Brand coming through, and it's going to call. They're going to call it a minor.
Yep, hey, they got a penalty. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Taylor, you're in the snake.
I think we killed the snake with the penalty. 2 on the Dorito. It should be kill 3. Oh,
2-on-2.
Yeah, but this is just too little too late. Voting's very well for Arsenal. Who cares? You're up 4-0. You've already got 2 wins on the board.
Oh, JC
Win out.
Harris.
Margin doesn't mean anything.
1-on-1.
Yeah, here comes JC. Goes right at him.
JC Whittington.
JC Whittington.
Oh, don't hurt yourself,
the legend,
JC.
47 years old.
47 years old, JC Whittington.
Still got it, baby.
There.
Get this man some oxygen.
oh, man. You gonna let that old man do that to you? Oh, man. What is that? Is that nail? That's a goose egg. That's a goose egg. Way to be, JC. Grit, motherfuckers. Woo! Hey, that's the fucking grit, motherfucker. Hey, we almost gave them 3 points. Yeah. Hey, but each one of us fucking stepped up when we fucking needed to. Hey, what happened in the beginning? What happened? We forgot the fucking process. Me, Benny, both forgot the process. We tried to be like, yeah, we could fill out real quick.
Welcome back. 2025 Midwest Open. And we are here in the 3-on-3 championship. Still got a lot of 3-man paintball to play. We are in the elimination bracket. NG Elite taking on Red Legion in a do-or-die moment for these squads right now.
Do or die time. Red Legion going with their youngsters. They got Jameson Stanton, the Tiger King. Vasquez out there looking at Austin Buffton, Nelson. Nobody don't recognize Jameson Stanton streaking through the middle. He's going to eat no-name 00 out of the middle there.
And that's going to allow Kuzmin, the Tiger King, to slip into Snake 3. Almost gets the drop. And Buffton, or on Buffton in the back center. Vasquez launches to get into D2. Energy Elite responds, gets outside wide. Here, bottom side Doritos.
2-on-2 situation in this first point. Red Legion, even in this 3-on-3 limited paint format, always pressing the issue on the attack. They are in the loser's bracket here, but playing with a ton of pace.
Buffton might be doing some sort of surgery on his gun, or just playing really tough. And he gets clipped. Just one body left alive.
The welder catching a heater in the dome right there. I think it's just Nelson now in a 1-on-2.
Do they know where he is, though? Nelson flipping his gun, going back and forth. Oh, and he's going to eat up Kuzmin. Nelson, and now in a 1-on-1 situation. It was a tough death there for Kuzmin. They did not know that Nelson had dipped into Dorito 2 and turns it into a 1-on-1 here in point 1.
Nelson beat Verhage in the 1-on-1 to stay alive in this 3-man tournament in the last round. Now in another 1-on-1. First point here against Red Legion.
Nelson got to be feeling some confidence with that one-on-one victory against a very talented up-and-coming star, Hugo Verneggi. But it doesn't look like Nelson knows where that body is. He should know the count.
Yeah, Vasquez just setting a trap, looking inside, hopping over the top. Neither of these players know where the other is.
Yeah, they're both playing like they're unsure that it's a one-on-one.
This is why it's so important to get these guys reps in these situations. The pressure of being in a one-on-one where you've lost your opponent in a real tournament situation, it's a lot different than practice out here with people watching, VIP, packed with fans right now, all silent.
Yeah, pretty good turnout on a Thursday. Not even deep into this 3-on-3 quite yet.
All quiet on the Midwestern front here, Maddie, on this pro field.
Yeah, no one's shot their gun here for a minute. Just being extra careful. Vasquez not tall enough to really play over the top of that wedge. And doesn't want to commit. Checking off back and forth, making sure he didn't lose Nelson. So actually focusing his gun. Yeah, these guys have no idea where each other are yet.
Nelson's got plenty of paint on his back. This is when your heart is slamming in your ears.
Yeah, you're not moving, but your heart's up at 130 beats a minute.
It's like you start sweating just from standing.
You can hear your heart in your throat.
All the refs standing with their arms crossed, not moving their heads when players move, doing a great job of not giving anything away.
Yeah, got to look at the player out of the corner of your eye.
Vasquez has the advantage here because Nelson is queued up on the wrong side of the field.
And he hasn't head checked this side in a while either.
Yep.
More concerned about all these bunkers in the middle. Oh, he's about to get owned. If Vasquez can make this shot, he's aiming. Got to be careful. He's waiting for...
Ooh.
Oh, and he missed him. Got to be careful in those situations. These guys train a lot. Cannot miss that first burst because Nelson knows exactly where he is. He reacted very quickly. And now he's in a good old-fashioned gunfight. Oh, and he ends up getting clipped. More options for Vasquez out of that spot. And only real two solid options of places to come out of one of those big Doritos.
Normally I would say that the Dorito is the better spot there because you can play on your feet more easily, but really nice job by Vasquez to not give up dominance. That's the key there when you're playing